Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. This is not live, this is pre-recorded. The reason I'm not going live, throat chakra, the reason I'm not going live is because I want to get into the energy of the Divine Masculine and I get distracted by the comments. So I just want to do this for you all. But the next reading I do will be live, so don't worry. So, let's see their thoughts, the Divine Masculine's thoughts, their feelings at this time. I just want to see what energy they're in, where they are in their journey, and let's see if they've done any work on themselves or they're going to do any work on themselves. So thanks for all the likes, the comments, and all the dislikes as well. So I'm going to get into it. Spirit guides, angel guides, please get me into the energy of the collective's Divine Masculine or the person they're thinking about at this time. What energy, what feelings, thoughts are the Divine Masculine on their journey? Where are they on their journey? Where is the Divine Masculine on his journey? Right, these readings may or may not resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't make it try and fit to your situation. If it doesn't resonate, don't think about it. All right, I feel like your person is drinking a lot, feeling sorry for themselves, self-medicating, drinking, drunk, feeling like a fool. I feel like they feel very down at this time, very sad, very foolish. Possibly their behaviour. My throat chakra is gone, so I feel like they're not speaking up. They're keeping all their feelings and thoughts within themselves. They're not speaking up. But they're feeling very foolish. And they're self-medicating by drinking. They're drunk, they're getting drunk. They're self-medicating. I feel like they are a very dominant person. I do feel like they're very dominant, very strong. But I feel like they abuse their power of being strong. Or their manipulation was very powerful. They've got a very powerful manipulation about them. So they manipulate people, situations, life. And I feel like they can see what they've done now. That's why they're drinking, they're feeling foolish. They abuse their power and they turn their power into manipulation and they're feeling foolish. They're very judgmental as well. They're very judgmental, they judge people, they talk about people, they talk bad about people, they judge people. Instead, they should look at themselves, but I feel like they're looking at themselves now because they're feeling foolish. A lot of them run away when things get too much for them, when things overload them emotionally, they can't take it. And they escape. They escape from situations instead of facing things head on or feelings for people. They run away. They don't want to. They can't deal with them. Not at this time. I do feel like a lot of them are spying on you. They're spying on you. They're watching you through social media, through anywhere. They could be just watching you. I feel like they manipulated you. They abused their power over you. But they're still watching you. Even if they run away from you, they're watching you. They're spying on you. I feel like something shocking is going to happen to them. Something maybe they will see, or they see you doing, or they've watched you. Something is going to shock them. Or maybe just life in general is going to be very shocking for them. Maybe the up and coming weeks is something is going to shock them. And most of them at this time feel unlovable. They feel unlovable. And they feel unlovable because they are very elusive. They trick people, they lie to people, they're in this energy of trickery. And this is what makes them feel, why doesn't nobody love me? Why? Or they make you feel like you're unlovable. It can go either way. Because of their energy, the way they behave, their elusive, their trickery, they made you feel unlovable. But really underneath all that is they're very cowards. They're cowards. For them to behave in this energy of manipulation, overpowering, they are cowards. I feel like a lot of them wanted you to depend on them. They wanted you to depend on them. And the way they wanted you to depend on them was through lust. Through lusting over you, or you lusting over them. They wanted you to depend on them. Or they could have depended on you in that way. A lot of them are very faithless. They don't believe in the higher power. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in anything like that. They're faithless. Spirit guides, angel guides. Okay. These fell out. I feel like at this time, or this time coming up within the next 6 months, from now till the next 6 months, they're either gonna take their mask off, or they know you've realised they're wearing a mask. Something is gonna happen in the fall. In the fall time. Sorry, let me just turn this down a little bit. I feel like a lot of them, the mask is going to fall off by fall. They're going to have to strip their mask off by fall. I feel like the universe is going to come in and do something to them by fall, by winter, by autumn, by winter, that sort of time. I feel like a lot of them wear masks, but it's going to come off. Their mask is going to fall off, or you could have found out last fall that they were wearing a mask. Or if you're still with your person, by fall, winter, autumn, you're going to find out they're wearing a mask. So you take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I feel like you've got your self-worth back. You've got your self-worth back, or you're working on your self-worth. I feel like a lot of you could have walked away from your person. And now some of you, this will resonate with. Some of you have walked away from them and you've got your self-worth back. Some of you, they've walked away from you and you feel you've got your self-worth back, but they are watching you. And maybe this is shocking to them that you are different. I feel like a cycle has closed for you. A cycle has ended for you because you have got your self-worth back. You've closed this cycle. Some of you have realised last year, last autumn, last winter, that this person was wearing a mask. You couldn't see no change in them. And you've got your self-worth back and you've closed that cycle. And that's done for you. You've ended it. Yeah, like I said, the universe is going to do something to them, going to make them realise something. Something is going to shock them. It could be the universe is going to shock them at this time, or within the next 6 months. Something is going to happen. Something is going to shake them up. They're going to go through a dark night of the soul. They're going to go through the dark night of the... Most of them, their mask might fall off by next year. Not next year, this year. This year in fall, winter, that sort of time, their mask is going to fall off. They're going to go through a dark night of the soul, and they could even come back and ask you to go back to them. And this is for some of you. Some of you, you've closed this cycle out and you're not going back. You're on to new pastures green. But some of you, if you want them back, they're going to go through a dark night of the soul and they're going to come back for you. They're going to want to return to you. Remember, we all have free will. You have choices in life. Some of you, they could return anyway, but you will say no because you've closed the cycle out. So to you, it's not gonna happen. Spirit guides, angel guides. Like I say, when things get tough for them, they run away. They're in escapism. They run away. They ghost you. They disappear on you. They run away. And this is not just you. This is generally. They just don't want to take any pressure, any problems, any responsibilities. They are cowards. They go invisible on you. They disappear, run away, because they can't take it. But they are thinking of you and they've got memories of you. And if they're not doing this now, when they go through the dark night of the soul, everything is going to come up to the surface for them. They try and escape these memories, but they're reminiscing. It's not going to happen. They are going to go within themselves. They've got a lot of work to do on themselves. I feel like they're thinking now how shallow they are, how superficial they are. They're very bored in their life, but they're thinking back how shallow they are and how much you loved them and how you was there for them. They're thinking of that, memories of you, reminiscing on how you was. And their feeling about themselves is they're very shallow. They're very, very shallow. But when they go through the dark night of the soul, they're going to be in such despair. They're going to fall apart. It's going to be like a very sinking feeling and a feeling of hopelessness. That their life is falling apart. And that's what happens when you go through the dark night of the soul. You go through a spiritual awakening. Sorry, it's just a bit wet here. Just clean the table. Right, a lot of them are, or was, or are, in this resentment energy. Their words can be... I feel like when this happens to them, this dark night of the soul, I feel like they're going to be very bitter, very angry. Resentment is going to come up for them. They're going to have a big storm in their life. They're going to have a shock, unexpected trouble and upheaval. Like I say, the universe is going to do something to them, shake them up, and they're going to have a shock. It's going to be a big upheaval in their life. Whatever it is, I couldn't tell you what it is. But it's going to be unexpected trouble for them in their life. Now, if they're going to do this dark night of the soul properly, they should come out a better person. If they're going to do it because they're bored and they've got nothing to do in their life and they're feeling sorry for themselves, they're going to have a big shock, a big upheaval in their life. Because they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Again, we've got another elusive card, different deck. They're in this trickery energy, this dishonest. I feel that, I do feel with you, they felt very safe with you, very secure, very established, very, you could have had a family with them, married to them, or living together, or something that was solid, established. They see the beauty in that, or they will see the beauty in that. Maybe not yet, because they have to go through this shock, this upheaval, this whatever is going to happen. But they are thinking of you. They are reminiscing. They're going to see this charm about you, this gracefulness, and how you held yourself and how you was very established. You made them feel very secure, and they're going to see that beauty in you. And they're going to see that they were not in the energy of deepness. And it's not their fault. It's just maybe the way they've been raised. That they might have been abused, they might have been left out. Maybe their father, their mother didn't show them the right kind of love. And they think that's what love is, by being horrible to other people. Because what you see your parents do is what you do when you grow up, and you think that's normal because parents are role models, or whoever raised them. And I don't think they like themselves like this, because everything they do falls apart for them. They're going to go repeated patterns, deja vu, karma, karmic lessons, past life, repeated patterns. That's all they keep doing, repeating the same thing over and over and over again because of the way they are. I feel like a lot of them are in dreamland, fairy tale. They're in their imagination a lot, and they live this fantasy life. I do feel this, they've got this infatuation with you, and they feel like they're addicted to you, or they wanted you to be addicted to them, and it's like they wanted you to adore them, and it's like a compulsion. It's like you couldn't break away. It was very hard for you. If you left them, it was very hard for you to break away from this person. I do feel like you have this connection with them. You feel like this is a deep love, soulmate, or this is what you wanting to believe. This is a spiritual connection. But if they don't change, and they want to change, this is their feelings, they want that spiritual connection, they want this deep love, they want this unity, they do want it. And they're thinking to themselves, but I think they're scared to approach you. They're very scared, they don't know your reaction. And they're thinking to themselves, one day, somewhere, another time. But they do want this, but they don't know your reaction. So some of them might come back, some of them might not come back, because they're scared of your reaction. And because of the way they are as well. The way they are, they're very superficial, shallow, but they want this deep love. They do, because the way they are, they're bored, they're fed up in their life. They want harmony, they want peace, they want balance. I just feel like everything they do doesn't work out for them. I feel like they do love you. They did love you. They did. You see, they knew your love for them was unconditional. You was innocent. You supported them. You done everything for them wholeheartedly. And this is what they're thinking about now. How you was there for them. How you helped them. You see, these are the things that they won't say to you. They won't say this to you. They've got regrets. They're lost for words. They feel very disappointed in themselves. And I feel like that a lot of them feel like they're better off. Or you're better off. I don't know if they're with somebody. If they're with somebody else, they're not going to be with them for long. If they're with a third party, they're not going to be with them for long. They're going to feel like they're better off without anyone, because they want a clear headspace. They're looking at perspective now. They're looking at the life from a different perspective, and they want happiness. So if they're with somebody else, it's not going to be for long. I feel like they regret doing that, because all they was doing was chasing thrills and laughter and joy, and you know what? They're going to think, no, they don't want this. It was shallow. Even that was shallow for them. Something is going to happen to them to make them see this. Something. Whoever they're with, if they're with somebody else, they're going to let go. They're releasing, they're walking away, they're moving on. They don't want to be with anybody at this time, and I feel like they're thinking of you too much. They're thinking of you too much and what they did, and they want to return. Some of them are going to return to you, but without doing the work. And you don't want that, because it will keep repeating the same thing again and again and again. You know, you need to focus on you now. Let them go through what they're going to go through. Don't be like an anchor to them and help them, and because you will take on their burdens. And you don't want to do that. Now is your time. You've got to follow your path. Releasing, letting go. You know, they're going to walk away from whoever they're with. They're not going to stay there. is going to feel like they feel stuck, they feel tied down, they feel captured in their life. I feel like this person wants to walk away from where they are. They're with somebody else. They don't want to be with them anymore. They want to go. They feel trapped. This person, all their life, is going to feel they're misunderstood. They're a lost soul. They're a victim. They keep making the same mistake over and over again because it's karma, repeated patterns. Until they change themselves, they will never change the outcome of their life. It will keep repeating. All they do is shatter people, they damage people, they break people's hearts, they destroy lives. And until they come out of this is their thoughts and their feelings. This is how they're thinking now. This is what they do. They do it to everybody. And they're thinking now, why does this always happen? Because it's about them. Because they need to take this mask off. And I feel like the universe is going to do something to cause some big upheaval in their life. You see, they're going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Cycles. Time keeps repeating. Always. And it's not going to change. They want this closeness. They want this intimacy. They want this. They want this spiritual connection. They want this feeling of love and deep love. But like I said, until they work on themselves and until they find the problem, you see, they need to heal themselves from any childhood problems they've had, any childhood issues, any mother-father issues, some issue. They need to understand the lesson of that. But a lot of them are drinking as well. A lot of them are drinking at this time. They're not in a good place. Yeah. You see, they're cutting ties. They're cutting ties with whoever they're with. They're walking away. They don't want this. Something is going to make them realise that maybe they will come back to you. Maybe they won't. Maybe they're scared to come back to you. They don't know your reaction. But I feel like maybe a lot of them just want to be alone and start their life on their own. And you know what? You need to respect that. You need to understand that's their journey. That is their journey in their life. They need to do what they need to do. And who knows, if they go through the dark night of the soul and they do it properly, they heal them childhood issues or whatever is hurting them, they will come back a different person. But don't wait for anybody. You carry on with your life. Yeah, they're cutting ties. They're cutting ties. They feel like someone has a broken, they're about to break a promise. So I feel like they promised something to somebody. Could be you, could be someone else. But they're about to break a promise. They're cutting ties. I feel like they want to be alone. They feel like it's too much for them. It's too much for them. They can't bear it. It's too much responsibility, too much problems, too much. They can't. They want to go. They want to move away. Go, be on their own. And I feel like they want to make this journey on their own for now. Spirit guides, angel guides, what are the messages for the divine masculine? please. I do feel like they're going to be very emotional at this time as well. They want to be in their own zone. They want to be by themselves. They want to be on their own. They want to be in their own zone, minding their own business. They want to just do what I don't think they're happy where they are if they're with anyone else. They're going to be stripped and cleansed by spirit, and they're going to be purified. So they will go through a dark night of the soul. They want to heal themselves. They want to heal because they keep repeating the same thing. They're not happy where they are. Wherever they go, they won't be happy. They're happy in the beginning because it's like the honeymoon period is always, you know, happy. And then when life sets in and, you know, everyday life to life, problems, challenges, things come up, they can't take that. They want to run away. But I feel like this time they want to run away, but they want to be on their own. A lot of them are materialistic. A lot of them are after money or money, you know, they're in the material realm. They're not in the spiritual realm. They're on the 3D. They like money. They like the good life. They like somebody to look after them, or they're very materialistic. Money, money, money. I see. They want to set an intention. They do want to set an intention to come back and make amends. They want to come back and resolve misunderstandings you've had. If you've had any misunderstandings, they want to set that intention to come back and resolve things with you. That's what they want to do. That's their thoughts. That's their feelings. This is what they want to do. This is... whether they will or not is a different thing. They want to leave where they are. They're changing their mind about where they want to go or where they want to be. They want to do a U-turn. So they could come back. They could come back. Maybe they would just talk. Maybe they just want to talk to you and make amends. They want to resolve some misunderstanding you've had. But I do feel like they're thinking of you, reminiscing. They want to be on their own. Yes, the grass looked greener on the other side, but it was artificial. They made a mistake. They know that now. The grass was not greener on the other side. It was artificial. And where they ended up, they're not happy. They're very lustful. They're very sexual. They're like lustful vampires. Sexual drainage. They drain people. They are vampires. Energy vampires, lustful, whatever. And they lie to get what they want. They did lie to get what they want from other people. And when they get what they want, they're not happy. They want to be single. They want to be single. They want to be a single bachelor. They want to be on their own, like I said. And a lot of them are very, very temperamental. Very temperamental. They lose their temper when things get too much for them. They just flip out. Or they've generally a bad temper. I feel like they're very dominant, they're very manipulative, and they overuse their power. Very temperamental. And I feel like if they have gone with a third party, this is very dangerous karmic ties that they went with. So it's not healthy where they went. Not healthy at all. Like I said, they thought the grass is greener on the other side, but it's not. You got the total eclipse here, two souls merging together. So this could be you finding somebody else that you connect with and your souls come together. Or this could be your person coming back to you and your souls merge together. Or they could find somebody later on down the road and their souls merge together. So there's 3 different scenarios here. So we have to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it hasn't happened, it hasn't happened yet. You have to wait and see. But don't wait for people to come back to you. You could be in the same-sex relationship as well. So one is in the feminine energy, one is in the divine masculine energy. Your person is, they want to change their life for the better. They're going to start leveling up. But before they do that, they need to plan their escape. They need to plan their escape for where they are. They need to go, and they're going to plan their escape. And if they don't, the universe is going to shake up their foundation and yeah, they're not going to talk. They're not going to tell. They're not going to talk about this, and they don't want any attention at the moment from anybody. They're not happy with themselves, so it's like they're in a war field. They're in a minefield. They could be in the army. They could be that strong, powerful, militant type of person, or they could be in their mind, in a war zone, in their mind. I do feel like a lot of these, if they're with somebody else, I do feel that this person talks to their third party about you when they're angry. You know, when they're angry, when you're angry, you bring up things. I feel like they talk about you nicely to the other person. Oh, I should have stayed with her. She would have done this, or he would have done this. And I feel like this person has evil eye on you. I feel like this person is very jealous of you. I feel like this person is in competition with you. Yeah, there you go. I said a competition and there's the card. They feel like they're in competition with you. Someone is in competition with you or sees you as competitive. So I feel like they're seeing you as a competition. They went for a bad deal. They know that they went for a bad deal. The grass was not greener on the other side. It was artificial. Stubborn. This person is stuck in their ways. Whether it's your person stuck in their ways and stubborn, or it's their one they're with is stubborn and stuck in their way. But somebody's emotionally abusing their partner, emotionally abusing. And I feel like the third party is a very egotistical person and they don't want to let this go. And they use emotional abuse to keep this person next to them because they don't want to lose them back to you. So they're very they're working from their ego. So maybe they don't want him really, but they don't want to let him go back to you. So they emotionally abuse the person. And maybe that's why he wants to run away from his life now, where if he's in a third party. Karma. Their time has come. Their time has come. So their time is coming. Something is going to shock them. They're going to have some upheaval in their life. And it's not going to be good, whatever comes up for them at this time. Now, within now, within the next few weeks, within the next few months. Something is not good. Karma. They're going to get it. Let me see what they would say to you if they could. Spirit guides, angel guides. What would the divine masculine say to their person? I am more affected than you know. I don't know how I feel anymore. I don't know how they feel. Like I said, they need to do a lot of healing. They need to do a lot of... They keep repeating the same thing over and over again in their life. And they don't know how they feel. But this thing they think of you is it's affected them a lot. I need more time to figure things out. That's why I said leave them. Let them go on their journey. I told you they're spying on you. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. They're spying on you. And they say here, lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. And that's what I've got for you. That's what I've got for you, for the divine masculines, thoughts, feelings. That's what they're feeling, that's what they're thinking about. They want to get away. They want to be on their own at this time. And if some of them are still staying where they are, they're going to get a big shock from the universe. Something is going to upheaval them. But they're not happy. They feel like they're a coward. You're not going to know this. They abuse their power. If they're in a third-party situation, they don't want to stay there anymore. They want to get away from that because it's not what they thought it was. And it gets boring for them after a while. And they want to run away now and be on their own to do the work on themselves, because they are and they will go through this dark night of the soul. And that's what I've got for you. I send you all many blessings on your journey of life. Keep safe, keep happy, keep meditating, and keep your energy as high as you can at this time, because it's going to be very, very emotional and very angry, very emotional. It's going to go up and down. So keep yourselves as grounded as you can. I love you all. I send you many blessings. Take care. Until we meet again. Bye.